What if I told you that some of these so-called healthy diets might be working against your body and actually harming your body than doing good? Yes, you heard it right here. Research now shows that some of these so-called perfect diets might be actually unhealthy for you and causing harm to you. And this 80-20 rule diet might actually be a better choice for you that is going to keep you healthy and also help you to lose weight. Hi, I'm Dr. Anshul Gupta, a former Cleveland Clinic functional medicine physician with advanced training in functional medicine. And today I'm going to share with you why some of these extreme dietary restrictions can backfire and how simple principles about diet which are research backed can help you to become much more healthier and lose weight in a more sustainable and healthier way. So stay with me till the end because what you are going to learn might completely shift how you think about diet and how a simple diet change can make you happier and healthier in the long-term basis. So let me actually first share with you this real life case study. I'm talking about Ruby, a 36-year-old female who came to see me after doing 8 months of a diet plan. She was following a perfectly clean, low-calorie diet. She did initially start on the right track by giving up fried food, processed food, and even sugars for most of the time. But then she got obsessed with her diet and she started doing very low calorie diet of only 900 to 1000 calories a day. But then somebody told her to give up more foods to become more healthier, and she started giving up some of the healthier foods. She cut down on all the fruits, she gave up all the nuts and seeds, she gave up a lot of vegetables, and she also started eating only once a day, and that meal was very low in calories. And here's the shocking part. After following this diet for 7 months, she did not lose even a single pound. In fact, her menstrual periods got irregular. She was feeling extremely tired, fatigued, and brain foggy. And plus, she was reacting to several foods now. When she saw me, she looked me into the eyes and asked me this question, Dr. Gupta, I am doing everything correct by following this diet. Then why am I getting worse? And it broke my heart when I told her that this extreme diet that she thought would be helpful for her body was a real reason of her present unhealthy body. Now, a lot of people over here might be shocked because they have learned that these kind of diets will be very helpful. And today I'm going to share with you research studies which backs my claim. And then in the end is where I'm going to tell you my 80-20 rule about the healthier diet. So let's see what the problems with these perfect diets are. First of all, when you restrict your calories too severely, then your body activates something called adaptive thermogenesis. Research published in Obesity Journal shows that within just 1 week of severe calorie restriction, your metabolism in the body can slow down and it doesn't let your body to lose weight. This is the adaptive thermogenesis they are talking about. Now, this is actually a survival mechanism in our body because when we are doing extreme calorie restrictions suddenly on our body, the body literally thinks that you are going to starve to death and it has to conserve energy so you don't die. So it activates the emergency mode in your body and asks your body to shut down several metabolic machineries so that you burn less calories. And this is the adaptive thermogenesis which doesn't let your body to lose weight. In fact, it shuts down very important machinery in your body, so your body starts getting unhealthy. The second thing multiple studies show is that when you are following these extreme diets, then for those people adrenal dysfunction happens and their cortisol levels are always on the higher side. The reason being you're always worried about those calories, or you're always worried about not eating specific foods that you have been told they are unhealthy. And then people stop socializing or even going out with their friends or family. What it does is that it releases too much cortisol in your body, and cortisol is an anti-insulin hormone and causes insulin resistance. Especially cortisol increases the fat deposition, especially in the lower part of your belly. So that's the reason by slowing your metabolism and also increasing your cortisol level, which creates this metabolic dysfunction, your body starts breaking down, so you are unable to lose weight. In fact, your body becomes unhealthy and you do not feel good. Now, don't get me wrong over here. I'm not propagating that you follow unhealthy diets or eat what you like. What I am shedding light into is the extreme behaviors that people get into. Either they are following extremely unhealthy diets or extremely healthy diets, and both of these harm your body. Then the next question people ask is that then what is a healthier way of eating so that is sustainable for my body gets healthy, plus I do lose weight also. So interestingly, there have been research studies which have compared people eating less than 1000 calories a day as compared to flexible diet options where people are actually eating mixed diets, and to their surprise, people who are doing flexible dietary options were able to lose more weight. Plus, after 6 months of follow-up, they were still able to keep that weight away because they were still following the diets, as compared to the strict diet people who were not able to continue this diet for more than 6 months. So that's where my 80-20 principle comes into place, and I've used it in my patients and it works like magic. Every patient that comes to see me initially feels that this 80-20 rule is not going to work because they have done much more stricter diets. So a diet which is more liberal, how is that going to work? But in long-term basis, each and every one of them come back and thank me that I introduced them to this particular concept, which was really game changer. Now remember Ruby, the 36-year-old female I was talking about initially? She also followed this 80-20 rule and saw phenomenal results. After following the so-called perfect diet for 6 months and achieving no results, she followed this 80-20 rule concept for a diet, and within 6 weeks, she lost 4 pounds. Now the 4 pounds might not sound too much, but for Ruby, who was not even able to lose even a single pound on that strict diet, 4 pounds was a lot. It was a hope that she was moving in the right direction. So here's my 80-20 rule. So in this 80-20 rule, for 80% of the time, I will like you to follow a stricter diet. So that means you are staying away from all the kinds of processed food, fried foods. You're not consuming any kind of sugars. You are staying away from simple carbohydrates and eating only complex or dense carbohydrates. And then 80% of your diet is a combination of non-starchy vegetable, high quality protein, and good quality fats. And then comes the rest 20%. In this 20%, if you have an occasional treat with your family or friends, that is fine to consume. In this 20% also comes your social gatherings or eating out, when you know that your food might have some ingredients which are on the unhealthy list, but that is okay. What 20% doesn't mean is that you start splurging on desserts, or you start eating too many sweets, or you start eating too much processed foods. Now also very important is that how do you apply this 80-20 rule in your practical life? So here are some tips that is going to help you to apply this 80-20 rule. Now in one particular day, I will not like you to have only desserts or enjoy the whole day. Try to enjoy only that one particular meal where you want to call it as a cheat meal. But the rest of the meals in that particular day, make sure you are following your healthy diet with lots of vegetables and good quality protein. Even in those cheat meals, if you can combine it with a high quality protein or lots of non-starchy vegetables, that meal is not going to harm your body. Try to start your day with the healthiest meal option by including non-starchy vegetables as well as good quality protein. So that will kickstart your metabolism and get your body in the right mode. Try not to have too many cheat meals one after the other, and try to restrict them for only once a week for that one particular meal. Consistency is the key. So try to be consistent with your diet, but don't try to be perfectionist, because that perfectionism will come with stress, and that stress is going to get your cortisol levels high and will disrupt your healthy diet completely. So here you go. The research is very clear. Extreme diet options are unhealthy, so stay away from it. Flexible dietary options are much more healthier. Flexible just means that you give yourself some slack, accounting for there will be some unknowns with your diet, accounting for that there are some times you need to really enjoy and decrease your stress in your life and your body. And the goal is to have a sustainable, healthy diet rather than doing short-term extreme diets which are going to give you some short-term gains but in the long term going to harm your body. I hope this video helps you to pick the healthier diet for your body. If you like the video, please like and subscribe to my channel, as well as share this video with others who can benefit from this great information. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.